happy half hour. We are also live on Facebook.
Yes.
Ooh. We're also live on Facebook if that's easier for y'all. So we have a lot of ways to listen and watch. Just gonna wait for a few people to join so we can
Probably start at like in 1 or 2 minutes.
start your day on a positive note.
So this is the first ever happy half hour.
We're so excited to start this journey with you guys through social media. Just bringing positive news to everyone around and, you know, uplifting your spirits in the morning, because right now on the news we can't
really do that.
you don't see much of it. So we just wanted to bring positive news to our followers and
Also some positive and inspiring stories. This brand is amazing, as you guys probably know, and we get so many cool stories, and we want to inspire you guys with those stories too. So hopefully we can get stories from you and be able to report them and share them, but we have a few of our own today to share with you guys, and hopefully it inspires you a little bit today.
yeah, just start your morning off right. If you're driving to work, I know we're a little different in time zones here.
Mhm.
We're in Dallas, Texas, so we're Central Time. So you might already be at work if you are,
On the East Coast.
yeah, or maybe Central Time. So I know it's a little different, but hopefully, regardless, driving to work, on your way to work,
Tune in.
just tune in and listen. And if you ever miss an episode, we will be posting this to our YouTube channel too. So if you want to watch it at the end of the day or whatever your schedule has, it'll be on YouTube at the end of the day.
So
And also, just wanted to say really quick, we have the Instagram on our phone. So if you have any questions or comments, please write in. Hi, Mom.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Nice.
We were
Got
like,
the fam on board.
yeah, we were like, who will watch this morning? Our moms. But all right. So basically, that's what happy half hour is. It's just gonna be uplifting, elevating news, talking about our brand, sharing it with you guys. Hopefully, y'all sharing some stuff with us that we can feature
Share to
your
the world.
stories on here. So go follow our Instagram account right now if you haven't. It's just happy_half_hour. We'll start posting a lot more content on there as well. But just for now, we're gonna be on My Say My Hero with it. My Say My Hero.
So I know we've been talking for a little bit, but Abby, who are you?
Who am I? So I'm Abby. I'm actually fairly new to the My Say My Hero team. I'm the digital marketing and media coordinator here in Dallas. I'm originally from Austin, but went to Texas A&M and then found myself in Dallas for a new adventure. So I ended up here, and we'll get to how we met in a second. But who are you, Ellie?
I'm Ellie. Some of you may know me from other older posts or whatnot, but I am Amy's daughter. So Amy is the founder of the company, and I feel very blessed to work here. But I am from California originally, went to USC for college, played water polo in college, and moved out to Dallas for work and life, and I absolutely love it. So I'm here with Abby in the Dallas office currently, and we are really excited for this show. So
Yeah, and so we thought a good way to start this show with y'all is to actually say how we met from both our perspectives, because it's really unique, and I think it's a perfect representation of the brand, My Say My Hero. So I'll let Ellie go first, but we're gonna say it from both our sides, and yeah, it's cool.
So, as I just said, I recently moved to Dallas in August, and got to meet some new people. And luckily, my apartment complex is pretty awesome. They have these little mixers where a bunch of people from the complex come, and you can meet new friends. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make an effort to go to these mixers and see what happens. Well, one day there was a mixer going on. I had planned to go with another friend, and a horrible accident happened with my dad at work, and luckily he's okay. Nothing's wrong. He came out without a scratch, but it was definitely a traumatic little experience, and the day for me was kind of down and gloomy, and I wasn't really wanting to go to this mixer at all. Quite frankly, I was kind of just like, I'm not gonna go today, I'll go to the next one. But my friend encouraged me, and she's like, why don't you just go? Like, you might meet someone, have fun, you know, you need to take a load off today, you've had a rough day. So I was like, okay, I'll just go. So I kind of showed up late, was hanging there for a little while, kind of just quiet, mingling with a few people, saying hello. And then all of a sudden, Abby walks in, didn't know her name at this time. She walks in super late, hair in a bun, sweaty, just came from a workout, and I was like, that's the girl I'm gonna go talk to. So we kind of started talking and kind of hit it off right away. Same age, lives in the complex, and single. We bonded over that a little bit.
Yeah. So basically the same thing from my perspective is I didn't want to go. I always like kind of drag my feet to go to those events because when you live in an apartment and you don't know too many people in the city, it's nice to go mingle and, you know, be familiar with the faces in your own complex. So I decided to go work out last minute. So I came in like, I think an hour late or so to the mixer. Drug my feet in there and it was down the street. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll just go for a little bit. Ellie and I ended up talking for a long time, and something about her presence and how we were interacting, I just opened up completely to her, which I don't do often, and I just told her I was going through some stuff last year, and I told her basically everything, and I just felt super compelled to do that and comfortable with her. And, you know, we bonded over our faith and our families and just everything. And I think we sat there.
Like Dallas. Yeah, we talked for like 2 hours, which was crazy because the event had already like kind of finished and we're just still sitting there talking. And then when I went to leave, you know, we exchanged numbers and we're like, we gotta hang out again soon. I felt like, you know, I'm gonna give her a bracelet. I like all my friends, new, old, whatever, to wear my Saint My Hero and just experience it for themselves. So I reached down, and the only one that I could have to give to her, because a few of them are gifts for me too, so I reached down and it was the gratitude bracelet, and it was actually perfect. I gave it to her and I said a little prayer over her, just that she'd be reminded that she's always protected and God is looking out for her, and that I'm grateful that I met her today. And she like kind of got a little bit emotional, I could tell, and was like, are you serious? You're gonna give me this? Like,
I didn't really know the concept. Like, I knew that you worked for the company, but I was like, wait, she's just giving it to me? Are you serious? And at the time, that's all I needed in my life in that moment, to just give me a little bit of hope and just like knowing that God is with me and I'm always protected.
That's the crazy thing, is you just don't know how much it can mean to someone. And she texted me the next day and she kind of told me that. She's like, you know, you have no idea how much this meant to me. I feel like I've been grasping for my faith so much lately, and this is just an affirmation that, you know, this whole meeting and everything was totally a God moment. And then
Total God moment.
Fast forward 2 weeks and her resume is in our marketing department, and she's
Here I am.
now part of the team. So it's been an awesome journey of how we met and kind of, you know, starting this whole show too. So.
Yeah, and I still tell that story so much, Mom. If you're still on here, I know you can testify. I like we'll be at dinner and I'll just be like, can I tell you the story one more time? Just because you don't really think that those moments will happen or that you'll be affected so much, but to this day, like every time I look down at this bracelet, I will never give it away, because that just, in that time in my life, that's all I needed to feel a little hope. So
boost.
Thank you, Ellie.
You're welcome.
So now we're here and we're doing the happy half hour and we're so excited. So we're also going to share a couple stories each time from you guys might have stories that
Send them in.
yeah, you've given a bracelet out or you've received a bracelet. We want to hear those stories and feature you guys, because that's what it's all about. But we will share a couple of our own today, and then hopefully y'all will send them in. You can DM My Saint My Hero or the Happy Half Hour, or email me at digitalmarketing@mysaintmyhero, because we really want to hear your story and how this brand has truly impacted your lives.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to start with one of your, let's say, most memorable, or one of the ones that really stood out?
One that stands out to me a lot is actually one when we first started out with My Saint My Hero, back a couple years ago now. I was babysitting at the time, and I know my mom has probably mentioned this on QVC before, but it's just such a significant memory for me, because the girl that I gave the bracelet to, she was 6. But anyways, I was babysitting this family of 4 kids, and they're all super rambunctious. 3 boys, 1 girl. The girl constantly getting picked on by all her brothers, and she kind of has a little bit of a short temper. She would, kind of lash out at them every once in a while. I had to keep calming her down. But we were playing in her room, dress up or something with the dolls, and she looks at my bracelet and she's like, oh my gosh, and I happen to have like a little turquoise bracelet on in my stack that day. And she's like, oh my gosh, I love that bracelet. That's so cute. That's my favorite color. I love turquoise. And I was like, well, do you want it? And she goes, really? You're gonna give it to me? And I was like,
I did.
Yeah, but like
Like a little
really
child.
excited, like smile ear to ear. And I was like, yeah, but if I give it to you, I have to tell you the story. And she goes, okay, I love stories. Tell me the story. So I give her the bracelet and I said, this bracelet is a really simple, beautiful little colored bracelet, but it's just that reminder that when you feel like everything's going wrong, or your brothers are hitting you, or you're getting yelled at from someone, your parents, whoever, just stop and take a quick, deep breath and remember that God's holding on to you, He's comforting you, and you're gonna be okay. And she looked at me and she goes, okay, I'll have to try that one time. So I give her the bracelet, put it on her. Later that night, boys are getting rambunctious again. It's dessert time, and I was allowed to give each of the kids a cookie. And
A cookie.
the boys are kind of stingy with their cookies, and she was eating her cookie, and one of her brothers came up, snagged it out of her hand, and shoved it in his mouth. And she's like, I could tell she was fuming, like you saw her face, like she's about to cry. She's like, that was my cookie. And I could tell she wanted to lash out, and she didn't, and I was really shocked. And she came up to me afterwards when I was cleaning up the kitchen. She goes, Ellie, I tried that thing where I took a deep breath and I remembered that everything's gonna be okay, and I thought I shouldn't hit my brother. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Like, she actually tried it and it worked for her, and she's 6. Like, if this can work for a 6-year-old, she's so innocent, just wanting to try what I just gave her. And I thought it was awesome. And then as the night progressed, I was tucking her in, and she said, I usually get scared to go to bed alone, and I, need my mom to lay with me, but right now I feel okay because I have my bracelet on and I don't want to take it off because it's making me feel good.
Oh.
And I was like, that's the sweetest thing ever. So
It really
that's
doesn't matter
my
what age.
super memorable moment. But
I think mine would be recently in Nashville, because I'm still, like I said, I'm still fairly new to My Saint My Hero, so I haven't had too many opportunities yet. But I was in Nashville for my birthday a couple weeks ago, and I was in the bathroom at a bar, and I overheard the bathroom attendant and one of the other women in the bathroom talking about their battle with cancer. So I went out and we started talking, and I ended up giving both of them a bracelet, and we all stood in a circle and prayed. Well, it turns out another girl comes out of the bathroom.
By the way, that's crazy in itself that women in a bathroom can come together and
We were
pray.
holding hands and just praying
Like
together.
in the middle of Nashville, everyone's going out crazy,
Yeah, it was crazy. And so another woman walks out of the bathroom, and she said, I can't help but just chime in. Like, I've heard you guys talking about this for the past couple minutes. I'm in remission. I think she was in 10 years remission or something, and gave her a bracelet, and she joined in prayer. So now it's 4 of us in the bathroom praying over each other and just hugging and crying, and I know it impacted them without words. You know what I mean? They were just emotional and could tell it meant a lot. And then that same day, I had given this woman a bracelet who honestly was just the most genuine, nicest person ever. We were sharing a table with them at the restaurant, and
totally unrelated to the others.
Totally unrelated to the bathroom
Abby's
story.
just giving them out left and right.
Yeah, it's so fun. And I just felt drawn to her, so I gave her the bracelet before she had left the table. We had spent almost all day with them at this point. They were a couple from Georgia, and I got a Facebook message 3 days later, and it was this long paragraph about how much that meant to her and how she's in 13-year remission right now for cancer. And I mean, it's just, you don't know what people are going through, and the fact that you can just feel drawn to someone to give them a bracelet, and it means so much to them.
It's not that the bracelet is doing anything, it's just that reminder of love and kindness, and that you can do this. It gives you this tool to be able to share love with somebody in a way that's totally acceptable and fun, and then it becomes a little token for them too to remember that love exists and that we're all here as a community and we can support each other. And that's the cool, crazy thing. And we hope that we
Beauty
can
of it all.
keep inspiring you guys with new stories.
So please send them in, please, because we really want to feature you guys on here every Tuesday and Thursday.
We just saw a little comment come in. John Stamos is the best. He is the best. He has collaborated with us on the Share the Love bracelet, which is awesome, and his proceeds go to Child Help. Truly a genuine, kind man. He does the same thing, passes them out left and right all the time.
Might as well when you feel compelled to.
Yeah.
So another special thing we'll do is, like we said at the beginning, is just share some positive news that really has nothing to do with anything. Just what
positive.
if we turned on the TV right now, what we would want to see on the TV, uplifting, elevating news.
Because I don't know about you, but I've literally banned myself from watching the news because I get nightmares. It haunts me all day
You
long.
even get on Twitter negative.
I'm
Facebook
scared
negative.
to leave my apartment. I shouldn't be scared to go outside in the street, I'd rather just not know. And so I'm hoping that this brings a way for me to kind of stay up to some positive
so
news.
if you don't watch the news and it wasn't the greatest this morning, hopefully this will change it around. Do you want to go first with yours? We each have
Sure.
2 stories today because we are so excited.
So my first story, it's short, I'll keep it brief, but it's really cool. This guy, Byron Roman, in Phoenix, Arizona, he started a new social media trend, so on Instagram, on Facebook, and it's called Trash Tag. So what he did was he posted a picture of an area in his city before he picked up the trash, and it was all messy and cluttered with trash. And then again after, it was like a before and after shot, and he said trash tag, you're it, and tagged a few of his friends. And it's the coolest thing because he's totally using social media to help clean up the
beauty of
streets.
it.
And now 300,000 people have shared it so far, which that's I wish 300,000 people were watching us.
Sharing positive news. But how cool is that? And you have to show that you actually cleaned it up, which is awesome.
What's one of your positive news
Okay, I
stories?
saw one on, we're in Texas, we're in Dallas, Texas, so the rodeo in Texas is going on right now, it's really big. And Brad Paisley was playing the other night, and this guy, Thomas Harwell, at the rodeo, noticed this woman really struggling to get down to her seat. And so he watched her struggle, and then she was coming back up to leave, and noticed she was still really struggling. So he just got out of his seat, scooped her up, this old woman, and carried her up the stairs for her. And turns out she was battling cancer. She was there at the rodeo with her 2 granddaughters, and she had recently suffered a stroke. So she still wanted to be there and have a good time with her granddaughters, but it was difficult. And this man, this stranger, just went and picked her up, which
I'm sure he asked first.
I'm sure he asked first, yes. But how cool is that? Just a little helping hand, just a struggling stranger, struggling woman. So I thought that was really cool.
That is awesome. That's so sweet. I love when guys, do that little gesture, because they have strength. I mean, I couldn't go pick up a lady, but guys can go pick up a lady and help
But
her
who thinks
out.
of that? I feel like so many people are just like, oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Struggling.
And
Not
he took the extra step. It's like giving a bracelet. You have to think about it, and then you have to have the courage to go up and do something kind, and then usually it's super appreciated, which is a cool thing.
exactly.
So another positive news little story from my end. So I don't know, you guys will find out more about me as we go with this show, but I love nutrition. I've been into it for a long time. But I thought it was super awesome. I saw this article, the New York City Public School System, which is one of the largest in the nation, by the way, just announced that they're doing Meatless Mondays in their schools. And I thought it was really awesome because it's this whole effort. They're offering kids healthy vegetarian lunch for free, and it's all for free. So it really encourages the kids to fully immerse themselves and learn about other ways to eat. So they're giving these kids vegetarian meals to help them form these healthy habits that they can bring home, and so the next generation can be just a little bit more aware of their nutrition, their health. And it's also, in the meantime, fighting the struggles of childhood obesity, lowering greenhouse gas emissions from the livestock that we consume. So It's
How cool
really
is that?
it's awesome. And so far in New York City, they have implemented it in 1,800 schools. So that's awesome. Hopefully it can trickle out. I mean, it'll be hard here in Texas with all our meat loving friends.
All the meat loving friends. That's awesome. And then
Last one.
my last one is it was a video I saw actually on Facebook. It was a cop, and I wish I knew his name, but it didn't say. He pulled up on this stranded car on the side of the road, kind of nothing really around. And as a cop, you know, that has to be terrifying, like walking up to a car, you have no idea who's in it, what's in it, you don't know. So he walks
I think
up.
it's their job, but they have to
Yeah,
think
it's
about
so
who's
scary.
in there too.
So he walks up to the window, and you can tell he's kind of hesitant. And he looks in, and he's trying to talk to this guy in the car, and he's not getting a response. And this is all on his car cam or body cam, and he's not getting a response. And so you see him kind of, you know, peek his head in the car, touch the guy, and so at this point he's like, okay, he's not responding. I need to open the door, get this man out. Well, he was in cardiac arrest and completely unconscious, and so he took the guy out of the car on the ground. You can tell he's frantic, like, you know, on his radio, calling ambulance, like, hurry, 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 you need to get here. And he just starts doing CPR compressions on him for like 2 minutes. He's doing it. And you can tell at the very end, like, this guy was not going to let this stranger die on his watch. He was not going to let it happen. So he's doing compressions and for about 2 minutes, and then at the end you kind of see the guy's hand open, and he regained consciousness, and it gave enough time for the EMS to get there, and he survived.
That is so awesome.
It's
I'm
crazy.
so thankful for all those that serve in any form, whether it's Army, cop, police force, you know, like firefighter. They save so many people, and it's so awesome, and they're so honorable, and we love our service. So that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, that's a cool story. Facebook has some good videos, I will say. Like,
Hero of the day.
Yeah, Hero of the Day. I think that's what the video is called. It was like Hero something, which
To another hero of the day, our saint of the day.
our saint of the day, which we will be highlighting every show. Talk about a hero.
Saint Joseph. So many of you guys know him as the father, or the human father of Jesus and the husband to Mary. So Saint Joseph is a great guy to celebrate today. I mean,
And how cool is it that it's on
I know.
our first day of the show?
It is. It's super cool because he's like the father of our show now.
Mm-hmm.
But he is the patron saint of fathers, and I think it's great to celebrate fathers. We need good fathers these days. I mean, all days, but these days especially, you know, to be good role models to the young men in the society, and to be protectors of all the daughters out there, and just good fathers, good husbands, and yeah, I mean, just so if you
Cool.
have a good father out there, send him a text today
Yes.
of
Any
appreciation.
father figure. Send him a little love.
So Saint Joseph.
Your mom just commented, "Oh my goodness, you started on St. Joseph Day." I know, isn't that so cool? We were so excited.
Saint Joseph. He's now the father of Happy Half Hour.
Yes, and we were talking about, you know, doing like having consistent subjects every show.
And that's one of them. We're gonna do Saint Days.
Yeah, so it was really cool that St. Joseph was our first saint for Saint of the Day.
Yes.
And also on every show, we want to highlight at least one piece or multiple of our jewelry, of course,
Mhm.
because that is.
We love it, and that's what we're here for.
We're like decked out.
Totally.
And today we wanted to start on Wake Up and Pray, which I have on. Do you have one?
I have
too?
one on too. I wear this one every day, and I even wear it in the shower and everything.
I do
It's
too.
totally awesome.
Mine's
It
the
doesn't
How
wear.
Right.
Mine is the agate, slate and agate, and hers is the Howlite. It is the first bracelet that we ever came out with the gemstones, which I think is super cool.
Mhm.
I love the gemstones. But also it goes right along with our whole message and theme to like wake up and be happy and start your day fresh. It's wake up and pray. So it actually has 5 gemstones, and then the Benedictine cross of protection, and then another 5. And that first 5, before you get even out of bed in the morning, you just can sit there and go through the first 5 of things you want to offer up today. Your work, your struggle, whatever it is. And then on the last 5, you can actually sit there and think about what you want to receive today, whether that's gratitude, love, happiness, family. So it's just a great piece. It is that like little meditative tool to start your day right and then start it even better with us after that. But that's our Wake Up and Pray. It is $38, just so that you guys know. It comes in 6 different colors. And if you're watching on YouTube later, we will have a link to
We'll link it
the
below.
website so that you guys can get the Wake Up and Prays for yourself.
And every bracelet comes with a card
Yes.
in the box when you receive it. And I know personally, I wanted this one so bad for my birthday, and Amy and Ellie graciously gave this to me. But I put the card next to my bed on my tack board. So if I ever,
Forget,
forget,
it's right there.
You can't get out
And
of
it
bed
walks
without
you
seeing
through
it.
that little prayer, so
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
So each day we will be highlighting a piece of jewelry. And tell us your favorite too. Also, I wanted to say, if you have a positive news story, like from your
Send it in.
hometown or where you're from, send it to us so we can share that too. We really want y'all all to be a part of this. Y'all, that's a new one. Y'all to be a part of this with us. So please send all that stuff in to us. Okay, so we have, I love this one, how we're going to end the show, because it's,
Right before we ended, we're
Right,
also
yeah.
in the Lenten reflection,
but it's just a fun way to,
it's totally random, just things that happened on this day years ago.
and we were looking at it, and there's so many fascinating things.
Yes.
So we wanted to share a couple, and I know this is her favorite, so I'll let her take this one away.
So, as I said before, nutrition, this goes along with the whole theme of food. But, so on this day in 1994, the largest omelet ever was made in Japan with 168,000 eggs. So there's your fun fact of the day.
Honestly,
168,000 eggs.
that's so many eggs. I can't-
That's a lot of
That's a
eggs.
lot.
Maybe just have 1 or 2 today.
Go
You
get
know,
yourself an egg
celebration.
today, on that note. Okay, how do they even think of that? It's so crazy. And how do they cook it? Or
I don't know, some giant pan or like maybe on the floor if it was really hot. I don't know. Who knows?
the second thing is in 1953, the Academy Awards aired for the first time ever.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
You get to celebrate the arts. Who doesn't love a good
Egg.
TV session?
Oh.
No, watching the Academy
I
Awards.
thought you were gonna like
A
continue.
good egg. And
A
the
good
Academy
egg.
Awards.
A
You can
good
watch
egg.
them while you eat your egg.
Yeah, there you go. You can knock out both at once.
So those are just some fun facts.
There's some cool
for you
ones.
guys.
Like,
Yeah,
super
there's some cool
excited.
ones, but we also have to wade through all the like negative ones because we don't want to show those.
Heck
We want
no.
to keep it positive and fun.
Positive.
But this last thing that we're gonna do is just kind of a prelude into, if you guys have been watching our stories during Lent, we are doing Lenten reflections. So just something to kind of think about, and if you tune in to our story later, you can answer the reflection or the call to action. But we'll read you the verse for today and then give you a little question to kind of think about today. So here we go. Yeah, why don't you read it? So it's Matthew 1:16, 18 through 21.
Jacob was the father of Joseph, the husband of Mary. Of her was born Jesus, who is called the Christ. Now this is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. When his mother Mary was betrothed to Joseph before they lived together, she was found with child through the Holy Spirit. Joseph, her husband, since he was a righteous man, yet unwilling to expose her shame, decided to divorce her quietly. Such was his intention when, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary, your wife, into your home, for it is through the Holy Spirit that this child has been conceived in her. She will bear a son, and you are to name him Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins. When Joseph awoke, he did as the angel of the Lord had commanded him and took his wife into his home.
So that's pretty cool because it's about Joseph too, who is the saint of the day, but just about him trusting and following the Lord. I mean, this is the reflection for today. I'll read it to you. So, do you have a hard time letting go and placing your full trust in the Lord to lead you? Joseph did it, so maybe we should follow his example.
We all can.
But we're going to be posting a call to action later today.
And just
then-
think about that. Read it one more time. And just think about this today.
Do you have a hard time letting go and placing your full trust in the Lord to lead you?
So just reflect on that today, and then on our story, we will have the
Yeah.
place where you can
Answer or see the call to
call to
action.
action. And
But we're super excited. Thanks guys for joining us
Thank
today.
you so much. I can't believe that's been
It's
30
exactly
minutes.
30 minutes, so happy half hour is working.
Yes, and like we said, this will be on YouTube. It's also on Facebook Live, which we will share. This will be on our Instagram for 24 hours, I believe, until the next show, every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Time.
9 a.m. Central.
And please follow us.
I hope you enjoyed it and send in your stories.
Happy
We wanna hear 'em.
_half_hour. DM us your stories, your positive news, everything. We're so excited to get this journey started, and we will
Thanks,
be back
guys.
on Thursday. Now we're
Alright.
gonna get up and last thing. Can we explain the sign?
Oh yeah, okay, if you're still on, this is the Blessing Revolution sign. It's supposed to be light up, but we couldn't find the plug.
We
So
couldn't find the plug, so
it's being held up by a blanket right now, but hopefully one day soon in the future you get to experience
It'll
the
be
light up sign.
we gotta make do today. But all right, thank you guys so much
Thanks
for watching.
guys.
Will you do the? If I can end it.